Greetings everyone. Katlego has released another video.
What does 2025 look like for South Africa? This is a question I posted on our YouTube community post, and I got a variety of responses, and after hearing from you guys, I'd like to share my thoughts.
It seems that she's releasing videos now daily, and after posting my response to her video from yesterday, I've received a huge amount of support. Dear Katlego, I write to you on behalf of Black South Africans with a profound sense of duty to address and correct the misleading narratives presented in your recent video. Your portrayal of crime statistics, coupled with your attacks on our political choices and personal stories, not only distorts the truth, but also deepens divisions in our society.
The biggest problems we have in South Africa are the black people. White people are superior.
In fact, at the time of recording this video, my video has 3,000 views, the most successful number I've seen on my channel so far regarding these matters. And at the time of recording this video, I've gained 92 subscribers, if you are able to see that from this video alone. So we now continue because it appears she is a very popular topic and she makes a lot of people very angry, and a lot of people have felt some solace and comfort in my confrontation of her. And she has dropped another video. We promise now going forward to be responding to her videos until we start to get some kind of dialogue, interaction, answering of questions from her. She cannot be a big YouTuber of her size. She cannot be going to the news, going on stages, making outrageous statements, being so demeaning about black people and answering not even a single question, constantly coming on camera, strawmanning people and saying that there's a whole bunch of idiots reaching out to me and they are calling me a self-hating black. Is that the only interaction that you're getting from people? Is there absolutely no one who is smart and black who is asking you critical questions about the things that you say? So we are gonna now try to get you to be more accountable by following your channel over here. And so today's letter to you goes as such. Dear Katlego and Citizen Concerned, I write to you on behalf of Black South Africans as a concerned citizen myself and a representative of those who believe in a unified, progressive South Africa. I have recently watched your new video, What Are We Fighting For? South Africa's Future, and why your tone appears softer and more inclusive.
2025 is a year where more and more South Africans fight for what will build, empower, and enrich. Young and old, rich and poor, black and white. Black and white. Are you one of them?
A closer look reveals that many of the divisive tactics from your previous work persist still, albeit in subtler form. Let's discuss this a little bit more. Katlego, the title of your latest video appears to be nothing more than a rhetorical question you pose to yourself, not as an invitation for meaningful discussion, but as a way to shift attention from the growing backlash against you. You are well aware that many South Africans are not asking, what are we fighting for, but rather why you are consistently vile, antagonistic, and opposed to black people in your videos, while black people have done nothing to you.
Do you know how you can usually tell that this exact lifestyle is coming to a neighborhood near you? Brace yourself, I'm going to say it. You base it on the number of black people residing in the area. The more black people enter a space, the more likely they are to bring this lifestyle into the neighborhood. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? It sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Everyone knows that you are the one constantly fighting on your growing YouTube channel, while the black people you degrade continue to lack internet access to even know who you are, let alone fight with you.
White people who are against this lifestyle and verbalize it are considered to be racist. Apparently, this is black culture. Apparently, this is the identity of black people. According to some black people, this is who we are. The way they see it, we simply just like togetherness with loud music, public drinking, and debauchery. This is what the people who defend this nonsense say, is it not? And what are the common results of the rubbish they defend? Premarital sex, often resulting in unwanted and unplanned pregnancies, littering, drunk driving, missing work the next day due to babalas.
Instead of addressing the concerns that have been raised, especially about your previous video where you linked black men women, and even children to 66,000 criminals arrested in KwaZulu-Natal, you have now attempted a rebrand. You want to appear as someone championing unity, empowerment, and progress.
Which is why I was encouraged by some of your comments under the post. One read, "It's always the darkest before dawn. This country and its citizens have gone through trying times plenty of times before and prevailed. I can't predict the future, but I pray for it to find peace, prosperity, and positive growth like never before, and we achieve it as a unified South Africa, completely undivided."
But we see through this act, you are a sick, toxic woman, and here are some comments left under my previous video addressing you. Here's one that I found from Zukiswa Nkwiliso. I'm a fan of Citizen Concerned's content, but lately she seems angrier and more aligned with white ideologies than black perspectives. While I agree with her on some issues, her disdain for Ramaphosa and ANC is evident. I acknowledge that ANC needs improvement, but Citizen Concerned's newfound support for DA, a predominantly white party, raises concerns. Having lived in Khayelitsha, the Western Cape, I've seen firsthand how black people in informal settlements struggle. Despite Cape Town's cleanliness, it's clear that the city caters to the affluent, leaving marginalized communities behind. And this one from Leslie Msimango. Leave that thing alone. And I mean that thing alone. That clown you call Katlego, this thing is hailing our oppressors and bashing us for the mental, social, and financial state we are in because of her designer's abuse, killings, graping, and creating a race out of that grape, extortion, inequality, and all the atrocities imposed on us by her designers. She's angry that there's a farm that was taken by her masters and they tried to get help from the ANC government but they failed dismally. Hence the black hate and criticism this thing is designed for. This thing must futsek with AfriForum manje. Katlego, let me pause for a moment, my sister, and wave a white flag for a moment and appeal to you. My hair has been growing over the last few videos. Today is haircut day, but I felt it important to do this video before I head out. So I was looking for a cap to put on and hide my hair because I look scruffy with it. And the other option that I had would have been this hat right here. So I was like, nah, let me put on this one. My old EFF hat from my days as a member. Now no longer a member. Didn't even vote for this party. I didn't vote for them. You'll make your choice about whether you vote for them or not. I just want to pause currently, yo. Katlego, are you happy at these retaliatory attacks that are now being sent towards white South Africans?
White people are superior.
Do you want people to fight? Do the people who support you want a fight?
They've got Neanderthal blood in them.
The Neanderthals could have wiped black people off the face of the earth. Could have wiped black people off the face of the earth. In fact, some of them can still do it now. And because most of the African leaders have not done their work well over the decades, there is absolutely nothing significant that black people can do about it.
The Neanderthals can still wipe us off the face of the earth. Are you making threats of mass satanic murder because that will be the most satanic, awful thing the world has ever seen beyond Hitler? Do you feel some kind of enjoyment? I'm looking at your female eyes there and you sound like a man. You sound like somebody who's pro-gun, you know. You sound like somebody who wants to snipe a kafir. You sound like somebody who wants to drop nuclear weapons across the entire black population. You still not wipe out black people. What the hell do you mean when you say we can be wiped off the face of the earth? What are those words doing from a Christian woman's mouth?
There was a discovery of an illegal racist military camp in Limpopo, Mudimule, known as the Landers, that belongs to the Afrikaans National Right Wing.
White people are superior.
And now people are wondering, why is the Suidlanders still operating in this modern day age? The Suidlanders were responsible for massacring millions of black people and being active during the apartheid regime throughout the southern region of Africa. And today they are training, they are setting up illegal camps everywhere. Why is that? What are they training for? What do they know that we do not know?
Do you all like tension? Do you want to keep up tension? I mean, you're a woman. You should not be having these things said about you. It's very unfortunate. But what is it that you have done? What have you been doing? And what do you continue to do to bring this kind of attention and negativity and outrage towards you and white South Africans? What have you done? Have you done anything at all? I'm just talking about the anger here being sent towards white people. I defended black people in the previous video. Now, I'm asking you, how do the white people feel when they have these attacks brought on them with the initial condition being your video? So, truce is over. Just wanted to reload our guns and let's continue the bombing. And here now comes a comment from Kate Ngosi. She says, "Bravo, my brother. Put her where she belongs. She has been destroying many people. She needs to be addressed and told the truth. She's a big liar about our country, about many people. She doesn't have respect. She thinks she's the only one being better than anyone else. Thank you for doing this for us. She's just a joke, fooling people around." Katlego, you are being addressed. Here's another one. It says, "My brother, you're so correct and right. That lady makes me sick in the stomach. The way she ignores the causes of the sufferings of black majority in this country. It's so hard to have people like that lady in our community as blacks who are still economically oppressed now, and she just ignores that." Another one says, "Katlego is a typical example of you speak such good English promotion to whiteness. She reminds me of Lindiwe Mazibuko of the DA, an MP that went to Harvard when she finally got the rude awakening that her promotion to whiteness had a threshold." So Katlego, as you can see, I've read 5 out of 5 comments that statistically show that you are sick. 5 out of 5 comments is 100%. And you are appearing to be the black problem that you were talking about just yesterday.
The biggest problems we have in South Africa are the black people.
And your softer tone of camaraderie and togetherness, kumbaya, is not a genuine shift in your perspective. It is a calculated pivot conceived in a sick, calculating mind. You are feeling the pressure.
We have Alec Morningstar, who is mobilizing communities to keep their neighborhoods clean. We have Pastor Similani of City of Refuge Ministries, who is running a rehab and fighting to rescue the community from the chains of drug dealers and corrupt police officers. They are trying with everything they have to fight the fight for the redemption of the nation, sacrificing their time and resources. They are playing their role. We have many other people who have sent emails, DMs, and WhatsApps. We see you and we appreciate you. We will make it happen. I want us all to push harder, reach out to the initiatives around you and help how you can help. Clean up groups, orphanages, CPF groups, whatever you can do to help. Let's be kind, be charitable, be patriotic, be a mentor, be a tutor.
You can see the growing resistance to your tone, your disrespect, and your selective use of statistics to degrade black people, as I've just done to you with these statistics from these comments. The antithesis is arriving. The stats gathered from these comments make you an asshat by a landslide. A majority, 5 out of 5. Now you are strategically softening your language, making it sound as if you are calling for national unity, all while still slipping in the same divisive messaging, just pegged differently.
Love, peace, and unity among people of all races and classes. Unity among people of all races and classes. Empowerment of all citizens that they may stop depending on the government or falling into crime, prostitution, and other unsavory ways of making money.
You are not changing your stance. You are simply rewording it to maintain your audience and limit the pushback. This is nothing more than damage control effort disguised as self-reflection.
The biggest problems we have in South Africa are the black people. Black people off the face of the earth.
Your video positions itself as a message of national unity, but within it, you still use derogatory labels like the so-called clever black and the so-called coconuts.
2025 is a year where we will start seeing more and more voices rise up and rival the voices of division within the country. The so-called clever blacks will finally be bold enough to stand up to the lies as one. The so-called coconuts will finally embrace the ideas they believe in without fear, without favor.
While at first glance, this might seem like an attempt to empower certain individuals who agree with you, the reality is that you are still sowing division. You are inviting self-hating black people, those like yourself who look down on their communities, to start their own YouTube channels and spread similar narratives under the guise of critical thinking.
The so-called clever blacks will finally be bold enough to stand up to the lies as one. Patriotic, selfless, wise and visionary leaders to lead South Africa. We will see more of the people who speak the truth based on facts and history rise to challenge the lies of politics. There will be more people bringing and embracing the solutions we need to see in our communities. It will take time for this to spread to all the corners of South Africa, but standing up for the voiceless members of our community within South Africa is inevitable.
This is not about patriotism or solutions. This is about expanding your ideological reach by recruiting more people who will echo your sentiments and reinforce your brand of divisive rhetoric. You are raising an army and calling black people to incite one another. This is evil from an evil mind. Furthermore, while you now speak of love, morality, and national empowerment, your message is laced with subtle attacks on those who do not conform to your worldview. You claim that 2025 will be the year when morality will start to be championed once again, and that what should be shameful will be shameful once again. These statements, though vague, are aimed at a specific audience, those who buy into the notion that black communities are inherently broken and must be fixed by adopting elitist, exclusionary thinking.
Morality will start to be championed once again. What should be shameful will be shameful once again. What should be celebrated will be celebrated once again. Slowly but surely, the fire will spread to all the corners of the country, and over time, the nation will gradually become sane, stable, safe, and successful.
It is nothing more than just a reworked version of your previous disdain for black South Africans.
Present fathers and mothers who will love, discipline, educate, and guide their children, giving us valuable citizens.
If you want to preach morality, you should understand that there's a moral tone with which you address immoral people. There's a kindness demonstrated by Jesus towards prostitutes and the homeless. There's nothing apparently Christian about you besides a messianic savior complex where you think you can wash away sins of people by ridicule and enlisting them into an academy that you are now launching very soon.
Hi, my name is Billy Muremi, and the mentorship has guided and assisted me on the path to becoming the Security Operating Center Analyst.
The Academy has guided me in personal and professional development. I've learned numerous skills that I'm able to confidently apply in the workplace.
And let's talk about this stupid little satanic academy you are starting. Beyond the rhetoric, your video reveals another clear agenda. You are cultivating a personal brand and financial empire. Like many content creators before you, you are now positioning yourself to monetize your platform through what is likely to be an overpriced and ideologically driven academy.
A step away from communism and its policies, and an understanding of a free market economy that will result in more citizens employed or running businesses.
The online world has seen this time and time again. YouTubers using their platforms to launch meme coins, NFTs, and courses that prey on their audiences. Now you are doing the same, presenting yourself as a mentor while preparing to sell access to your so-called knowledge. And here's some caution for your potential followers and potential signups. Be cautious of these who claim to be fighting for you while simultaneously profiting from your support. Many YouTubers have taken this path before, promising insight and mentorship, only to push low-value courses filled with recycled information while pocketing the profits. I cannot wait for your academy memberships to open because I will personally be enrolling one of my spies to see exactly what kind of rubbish you are teaching. If history has taught us anything, it's that when grifters start offering courses, the goal is no longer empowerment, it's profit. And so, I urge every South African to look beyond polished rhetoric and examine the underlying message being promoted. Unity and progress cannot be achieved by accepting narratives that, even under a softer veneer, continue to divide us. Instead, we must engage in honest dialogue, support inclusive initiatives, and work collectively to overcome the systematic issues that hinder our collective potential. Katlego, if your genuine desire is to see South Africans flourish, I implore you to discard divisive labels and truly embrace a message that unites us all. Let us fight for a future where every citizen is valued and empowered, a future built on unity, truth, and shared progress, rather than one that exploits division for personal gain.
If we just keep quiet or simply complain amongst ourselves, this will not end. It will only increase if we do not do something about it. So let's do something. You can help Citizen Concerned by joining our membership at citizenconcerned.co.za/join.
This letter is a direct call to awareness. To my fellow South Africans, be cautious and critically evaluate those who, under the guise of empowerment, turn their platforms into vehicles for profit and division. Our strength lies in our unity, and we must not allow deceptive tactics, no matter how polished, to undermine our shared struggle for a just and prosperous future. Sincerely, Katlego, a sick woman. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you like. I hope you subscribe. I hope you leave a comment. There's something very bad happening in this South Africa. Race relations are being destroyed by nincompoops. The Democratic Alliance is in government with the ANC. They are working together. However, there are a bunch of YouTubers who are trying to get white people and black people to think that we are living in post-election days where there was strict opposition. The Democratic Alliance is government right now. If there is change, if the ANC sucks, and I believe they do, then there's an opportunity for the Democratic Alliance and its supporters like Katlego to champion some good examples of actually doing something instead of grifting and talking and being spokespersons of the neoliberal global agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, peace out next time. I will see you again. I hope I asked you to subscribe and you do it. Click like as well. That is very important.